Get over here!
Hello everybody, it's MS Maliks 681 back again with an update to my storage system. So I've got version 2 here. I've added in some of the suggestions made on the forum at Chrono Crash to delay the text coming in. So when someone's playing OpenBOR Rage, they might be smashing buttons, and then when a story entity comes up, they might accidentally skip through it all. So NSW25 did mention that he wants a short delay before the story system can be skipped, or just give the user a chance to basically see that it's there. Another great suggestion by Kimono was to add a selection. So if there's a fork and you want the player to have the option to go left or go right or go to one side of the story or another side, I mean, there's a lot of occasions where you might have multiple choice options in a game. So this can add a bit more depth to a lot of games. So I think it's a really good option to put in there. Thank you, Kimono, for suggesting that. So I'm just going to give a brief demonstration of the little demo I've made here, and then I explain what's going on behind it. So let's just get that started. Okay, so again, don't know if you noticed that, but you've got the little icon in the bottom right hand corner giving you the option to skip to the next part of the story, but there was a delay in that coming up, so you weren't able to press any keys up until then. So here's Max saying, today there are two of the biggest bad guys out there in our grasp, but we can only catch one of them. So you choose who we'll go after, the sadistic Ralph or the cunning Shermy? I think it's Shermy. Shremy, I don't know. So I've gone with the another text box over the selections. So you've got one lighter text box within the normal text box, and that highlights the text of your options. I've also given you an option there on the top line, chase after Ralph or Shermy. So you've got a little reminder what you're choosing or why you're choosing it, and then you've got your options. So the reminder you can leave blank if you want to, and with this system you've got up to 4 choices you can make. Just for the example, I've just shown 2. So I'm pressing up and down on my keyboard, and as you can see, the lighter box is highlighting each of the options. So you just press the attack button to select whichever one you wish to choose. So just let's show both of them, but first let's show Ralph. So click on Ralph. Cooler says our target should be Ralph. Letting him go would be a big mistake. And then we go off to fight Ralph. And there's Ralph. Give him a quick kick in the face and get a little outro saying, great job today, we took down a hardened criminal, made the streets a little bit safer. Same way, crime will never rest, neither will we. So just some corny text there, and the game's finished. So let's just go back into it, but this time we'll select to go after Shermy. So Mary says Shermy is the one we should get. She's higher up the wanted list. And then press the attack button. Just showing again there, you can use little audio clips on the story system. So hey, Shermy, hold it right there. You're coming with us. There's Shermy. Give another quick kick in the face and miss. Get on the second one. And again, this is the exact same bit of text we loaded earlier. Him just saying that we made the streets a little bit safer. Again, the story ends. So yeah, let's take a look behind that, see how that works. So I've got all the documents open here already. It's not a virus AVG, go away. Okay, so let's look at just the text part first. So I've added a new option here called no skip. So if you start the line with hashtag no skip, has to be in capitals, it'll give the option not to skip that part of text. So it's the same as the no skip option in OpenBOR Rage. The reason I've put that there is in case you have a choice or a multiple choice or options coming up that are the main part of the story, and you don't want the user to have the option to skip it. They have to make a selection or a choice. So I mean, you could actually just have the story parts go through first, give the user the option to skip them, and then have a separate entity with a no skip just for the choice bit. I didn't do that. I had the story mixed in with the choice. So here's how the choice selection works now. You need to do hashtag choice, and then first you would put as the first argument the reminder to what the choices are or why you're choosing. So chased after Ralph or show me, and then option number 1. So let's go after Ralph. Again, just one single string of text. It doesn't have to have an underscore at the end like you normally would on the normal text for the story. So no need for an underscore. Just have so the first argument again is the reason or the options or the reason why you're getting the options, and then the first option would be let's go after Ralph, and then the number of the line you want it to display if you select this option. So we're going for line 4. So this here would be line 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, this here will be line 4. So line 4 has wait, is this right? It doesn't seem right. Line 4 is that? Sorry, yeah, sorry, my bad. Okay, so line 4 is this one here. No, it's not. It's this one here, line 7. Yes, I did do this different. I actually wanted to change this. Oh dear. Okay, so the way I've done it is from your choice. So from the choice option, the line number will actually increment from this choice line. So choice is on line 3. So immediately after it will be 1, then 2, 3, and 4. So that's the way that the choice system works. It actually increments directly from choice. So if you decide that up here you want to add a few different lines in the story, it will not affect your choices. Your choices will still be relevant from the line that they're coming from. So the line with the choice on it, you count down from there, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. So just after this previous selection of chasing after Shermie ends here, then we go on to the Ralph one where our target should be Ralph. So that's cooler. So that's where we start chasing after Ralph. Sorry about that confusion there. I forgot I did my own system a second. And then next we should go and take down. We should take down Shermie. So again, this one has the number 1 after it, and that goes for the immediately next line after the choice selection. So line 4 will start. So the way I've done it is oh sorry, I've also added an end on there, hashtag end. So this is to end the selection options. You can have up to 4 options, as I said. Let me just get rid of the end and show you what happens if I don't have that there. So the story system will presume there's arguments for all 4 options. So I just want to show that. So here it is. Let's go get Ralph. I press down. Let's go take down Shermie, and I press down. There's no option there, but there should be an option there. So if you forget to put that in there, you can kind of break your system there. So I don't actually know. I think it will just skip to the next line if I press attack here. I'll do it just to check, but you can have up to 4 options, but you have to put the end there if you want any less than 4 options. Obviously the minimum will be 2, otherwise you don't really have an option. So let's just press attack there. It came back to the top. Attack there, comes back to the top. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen, but that's actually really good. Kind of break proof. So yeah, so let's just get out of this demo. So let's put that end back there, so that you've only got your 2 options. And obviously when you make an option you need something to happen. In this case I'm changing the the branch that you're jumping to. So the way I thought was best to do this is to force yourself into one of the follow animations. So the story text, which normally was just the idle animation, now has some follow animations where you can put your own little code in there. So what I've done here is I've made a branch in the story system called show me, and I've said jump to branch show me. I've not put the number 1 after it, so if you put a 1 in there, that will immediately jump, but then you get text that just sits on the screen while it's fading out and it doesn't look nice. I think you can turn off the fade out option to fade between levels, where you actually just immediately jump there without the screen fading out, which might look better if you use the variable 1 to immediately jump there. But in this demo I haven't done that, so I've got here, so this will be jump to branch show me. So what that means is when it runs this follow animation, the next branch it will run to when your level ends is the branch show me. And I'll just show you the branch under levels. Example, no, it wouldn't be here. It would be under levels.txt. So branch Ralph takes you to data levels Ralph.txt. Branch show me takes you to levels data levels show me.txt. But the thing you have to remember here is if we go to the branch for Ralph, the problem you'll have is once you complete this level, it will immediately go to the show me level because it's the next one in line. So you have to have some kind of story system there to push you on to the next level that you want to go after Ralph. So things can get a bit complicated. What I've done in my example is once you beat Ralph, it pushes you back to the main menu. So I'll just show you here. You go to main menu 3. That's an immediate jump. So again, the text does get stuck on the screen while it's fading out, but it's better than you going to the wrong level that you're not supposed to go to. So you need some way of branching yourself into the correct levels, or having them in the right order, but making sure they don't overlap. Like I said, if you go down the Ralph branch, you could accidentally overlap into show me even though you didn't pick her. So you need some way to some exit that would take you somewhere else or to different levels. But be careful, because obviously if you've got multiple branches, they can potentially overlap and you can end up playing levels you're not supposed to play in your story choice. So that covers that. Did I add anything else? So yeah, it's just a no skip, the option to do a follow animation. So again, you just type in hashtag follow, and the next argument would be which follow animation. So it's only follow animations, there's nothing else. So you've got to do follow 1, follow 2, follow 3. As far as I'm aware, you can have as many follow animations as you want, and then again you need to have your own script here to do something or change something, otherwise obviously nothing will happen. So that's all fine. Also at the end of the update to the branch, I've set this animation to go back to idle. I think there's an easier way to do it, set idle or something, but yeah, I've just done this long-winded one. I would recommend an animation script to make things easier if you're going to have a lot of branching and different options here. And let's go over the changes I've made. So in the scripting here, we've got an intro time. This number here will change how long the user has before they can start pressing buttons to skip the story. So I've done it as 300 to give them a chance to see that the story entity has popped up and to start reading and stop hitting buttons. I'm guessing that's enough, but you can change that to your preference, and that will stop them skipping it with the escape button and with the attack button, so nothing can be pressed. And I've also taken into consideration that you might immediately have an option to select out your multiple choice. Again, that will be disabled as well until it's gone over the amount of time that you've set. And this part here is the different choices you have. So the selection menu is controlled here. So see what text object is displayed from. Alright, this is something you have to modify yourself. So depending on what font you've picked, the FH stands for font height. You have to set the height of your font. So the box on the that covers the text has to be the exact same height as your font to display correctly. And to do this system, or to use the multiple choice system, I would recommend having your title the same font as the options, so you can have them both as different fonts by changing the where did this get started? Choice, here we are. So if you change here, this is the actual text object that displays the choice question, and you can change the font style here if you want to. It's totally up to you. But if you do it a different font, I'd recommend you do it one that's the same height. So if you're not sure how to get the height of your font, you just go into your sprites folder, find the font.gif that matches the font that you're using. I think I'm using font 3, so let's open this with my paint application. And yeah, that doesn't really help me. I need one of those ones with the template. So I think they're all the same size anyway. So normally you'd have some squares there that show you the maximum height. So the maximum height of this font is 9. It's 9 by 9. So 9 is the font height, and that's what I've set. And messing about with that or doing it a different height from the actual font you've picked will cause problems with the actual overlay of options. So the lighter text box that directly goes over the options that are available to you won't display correctly if you don't do the correct height there. So I have actually not enabled that push animation when you're on the selection screen, because you don't want to tell them to just press attack. They've got to get the right option first. Maybe I'll update that in another update, but for now the options menu works, and it does what it's expected to do. Nothing else has changed there. Everything else is still the same. There shouldn't be any problems, but obviously these two updates were thanks to the great feedback on the Chrono Crash website from both NSW25 and Kimono. So thank you guys, and I hope this is easy for you to follow and understand. Again, if you've got any suggestions or issues, just give me a shout and I'll do my best to give you a hand there. Thanks for watching again, and enjoy the rest of your day.